Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Salah and my friends. As today, my group would like to discuss on the solution for kirchhoff circuit by using matrices. My name is Ahmad Syakir Daniel bin Arman and my matrix number is 209087. I will present for part 1. For part 2, I will pass it to my friends Afiq Dufairi and for part 3 to Cairo University. Okay, for this question, first thing that we need to consider is to understand the kirchhoff circuit. So kirchhoff have two rules, junction rule and loop rule. Junction rule is all the current that entering the junction must be equal to the current leaving the junction. As an example for this question, the first current will be plus with the second current and will be plus with the third current equal to 0. Okay, the next rule is loop rule. For this question, we consider the loop rule as clockwise. We'll try to determine their equation first. The first equation is I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. The second equation is negative I plus 4I2 equal to 24. And the third equation is negative 4I2 plus 8I3 equal to 0. Okay, why the negative in the I1? So the loop that we considered is clockwise. The I direction is in the same direction as the loop. When the current and the loop is in the same direction, it will have negative sign. That's why we have negative 3 I1. And positive for I2 is because the direction of the current I2 is in the opposite direction from the loop. That's why we get a positive value. Okay, that's all for part 1, and let's continue on part 2.
I'm now going to explain on how to find the inverse for 3 by 3 matrix problems. So first we change the 3 by 3 matrix into matrix of minors. In this matrix, you cross out the corresponding row and the corresponding columns, and you replace it with the determinants of the element that are left. This way you can find the determinants of each element in these matrices. Then you should get 32 in the first row, you should get 32, 34, 12, second row 12 and negative 4, and lastly you got negative 4, 3 and 7. Then you can check it by using the cofactor matrices, where the first row should be positive, negative, positive, the second row should be negative, positive, negative, and the third row should be positive, negative, and positive. Now to find the determinants for the 3 by 3 matrices. So first, you can rewrite the first two columns, and then you take the product of the top two left diagonals, sum those up, and subtract out the top right to the bottom left. And the determinant, you should be able to get 68.
Next, I will explain the final step. So, we have already calculated the determinant of the matrix. In order to find the inverse, we need to use the formula of 1 over determinant times the adjugate matrix. The adjugate matrix is the transpose of the cofactor matrix. So next, we will substitute the inverse into the yearly matrix equation. So then we need to apply the matrix multiplication to get the value of I1, I2 and I3. So that's all.